Television star Betty White has passed away at the age of 99, just a few weeks away from reaching 100. Let's go live to Austin Landis, reporter at Spectrum News DC. Austin, sad news, but such a rich life, such a wonderful life, of course, remembered so well for the Mary Tyler Moore Show, the Golden Girls, and became a real icon through her 80s and 90s.
You're right. Hi, Tim, and a happy new year. She was such a beloved figure here in the U.S. It almost became a joke, or, protect her at all costs because she's been around so long. Her career is record-setting. It's spanned 80 years. And as you said, she was just a few weeks from her 100th birthday. So people were ready to celebrate that with her, but now they're beginning to celebrate her life. And I'm here with President Biden in Delaware, and he also called her death a shame. He called her a lovely woman, and First Lady Biden chimed in and she said, "Who didn't love Betty White? We're so sad." And that just captures it. Everyone really did love her.
Yeah, God rest her soul. What an amazing, rich and wonderful long life. Betty White, of course, has passed away at the age of 99. Now, changing subjects and in a big way, of course, you mentioned you with President Biden and, of course, that phone call with him and Vladimir Putin. It sounds like a long phone call, went for an hour.
That's right. They spoke for about 50 minutes, according to the White House. And it doesn't seem like there were any specific concrete outcomes here, but both sides called it productive and they called it a serious and frank conversation. And they called it important because it's really setting the tone for more talks that are coming in early January. Those were already scheduled security talks, of course, surrounding the tensions between Ukraine and the buildup of the Russian military on the border there. So President Biden said that he made it clear to Russia that they cannot invade Ukraine, that there will be serious consequences if they do, including sanctions. And Russia responded to that, saying that sanctions would be a mistake. So it's still quite a lot of tension there.
Now, of course, Donald Trump made a lot of Joe Biden's age and his inability at times to speak in front of large audiences, but it's been often said, and you get to see it close up, that he is in his strong suit, he's in his laneway when he's in that one-on-one kind of diplomacy. And do you see that? Is that the reflection we're getting of this president?
I think so. And I think, officials told us that that's why they saw this call as important. Russia had requested the call, and officials said, well, President Biden really does value one-on-one dialogue. That's with world leaders and that's with Americans. That's how he campaigned as well. So they really saw a value in this call. But it doesn't mean that it was necessarily light and friendly. Like I said, officials said it was a serious call. They also said that the president laid out two options essentially for Russia. They can either back down, de-escalate, or face a path of deterrence, which would be those sanctions, which would be more military aid to Ukraine and things like that. So certainly we're waiting to see what happens in early January with those talks and see if any more progress happens from there.
Is there a sense of positivity in the United States with the Omicron variant as weeks have gone by? It's become more obvious that this is a lot less severe strain than strains we've seen before.
That's right. And health officials have been pointing to that all week. And they've said, we're looking at the data from UK and South Africa, and all of it is telling us that this is less severe. But of course, the cases here are also incredibly high. They're record-setting numbers, 350,000 new cases a day on average right now. So of course, with a lot of cases can come more hospitalizations, just percentage-wise. So health officials are also telling people to not go to big parties tonight, still New Year's Eve here, to take precautions, and of course, to get their booster shot.
Well, let's talk more positive news, and of course, people looking ahead to 2022 with optimism. We rung in the new year, of course, around Australia, the iconic Sydney fireworks, and of course, Times Square is the centrepiece for the US.
Yes, that's right. And there's been a lot of conversation around that event and whether it should still happen. Again, there's going to be thousands of people there, and while it is outside, we know how contagious this variant is. So there's rules. People saying people have to put their masks on when the show starts, and of course, officials again telling people do what you need to do, get boosted, know that you're protected if you're going to be in a crowd like that. So that will still go on tonight.
And just quickly, as we leave, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? You're with the president. What are you up to?
He does not have any events planned. Of course, we're here in Wilmington, Delaware. That's his home. So he's at his more permanent home, just about 2 hours from Washington. So we're here waiting to see if he does anything, but it's looking like it's going to be a quiet night. He doesn't have anything on his schedule, but we'll be here and waiting just in case.
Is it a party place, Wilmington, Delaware?
It's not. It's pretty quiet right now. And of course, we're in the downtown. So, people aren't working right now. Very quiet, holiday time quiet. And near his house and his home as well is quite a quiet neighborhood.
Austin, have a wonderful 2022. Whatever your New Year's is, you enjoy it. And thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you. Happy New Year.